Alex scanned the job classifieds on Craigslist, his ears still burning in anger from the argument he had just had with his mother about how he ought to be going to college instead of lazing around the house. It was the second time this week they had gotten into it over his decision to take a year off, and about the fifth time since he had graduated from high school only a few short months ago. Why she couldn't understand his need for a break was beyond him. God help him when he got up the nerve to tell her that he didn't think he wanted to go to college at all. Alex was a bad student with poor grades, and he hated school. All he could think about his entire senior year was graduating so he could have some time off. Now that dream had been dashed by his mother's constant nagging. He had to get away from her, and decided that getting a job and moving out was the only way he'd truly be free. The food industry was completely out of the question. Alex refused to flip burgers or deliver pizzas. While it seemed to be an okay gig for his friends, for some reason Alex thought better of himself than that, despite the fact that he had zero job experience. Retail might be all right if he could get in at Hot Topic or another trendy store. He absolutely refused to take out his piercings or change his style just for a job. It was ridiculous how corporations made you do that. Took away all of your individuality and made you a clone of the masses. The thought made Alex absolutely sick. With the crappy economy, Alex was disappointed to find that his options were slim. Plus, since he had waited so long to start looking, most of the easy retail jobs he could qualify for had already been taken by high school and college students on summer vacation. In desperation to land something, anything, Alex applied for everything he thought he might qualify for. He would sort through whether or not he actually wanted the job if they called him for an interview. Alex was surprised to see a couple of really seedy-looking jobs posted. Jobs for male models and whatnot. What the hell? He shrugged as he sent them his information. Many of them asked for his picture, so he took out all his piercings, brushed his hair flat and as professional-looking as possible, and snapped a shot with his phone, giving them his most charming smile. The picture came out horrible, but he supposed it didn't really matter. He wasn't particularly interested in those kinds of jobs anyway. As the next week rolled by, Alex was discouraged to find his phone not ringing off the hook with job interviews. Was it really that hard to get a job nowadays? His best friend landed a job at Pizza Hut just by walking through the door. Then again, perhaps the food industry worked differently than other industries. It wasn't until Monday, a week later, that Alex finally received a call for one of the jobs he had applied for. The woman on the end of the line didn't even reference what the job was about, and Alex was so excited to get a call back that he didn't bother to ask. Didn't care, as long as someone was willing to give him a chance. With his heart thumping rapidly against his chest, Alex jotted down the address. Before getting off the phone, the woman told him to be prepared for the interview to last all day. Alex didn't question it, his joy boiling to a head as he hung up the phone. Unable to hold back his exhilaration, Alex rushed to the kitchen to tell his mom the good news. She was standing at the sink, peeling potatoes for the hash browns she planned to make for breakfast that morning, humming a tune softly to herself. "Guess what?" Alex said, leaning over their island kitchen and wiggling his butt like a happy puppy. "What?" Her voice contrasted his with its lack of enthusiasm. "I got a job interview." "Oh? Where at?" The pitch in her voice raised in interest. Alex paused, feeling a bit stupid for not knowing. "I don't remember," he admitted sheepishly. "Well, that should look good to the employer, not knowing anything about their company," she huffed sarcastically. All happiness drained from Alex, and now he stood frigid, his muscles tightening under the stress he typically felt before they got into a fight. "Can't you be happy for me?" "I am happy for you." The lie was apparent in her voice. Not wanting to bother calling her out on her dishonesty, Alex resigned himself to his room to mull over his anger. It was no wonder that Alex's father had asked for a divorce 5 years ago. His mother was a miserable woman. Finally, the big day came, and Alex dressed in his most professional attire, a black button-down dress shirt with tie and matching black slacks.